Hello, everyone. Ever wonder what kind of legacy a legendary figure in Hollywood leaves behind? One of the most well-known people of his era, Charles Bronson, has a compelling and poignant narrative that we are examining today. His family was brought to tears by the meticulous preparation of his legacy, but it's not just his money that's at stake here. This narrative will move and surprise you, so pay close attention to the very end. Both on and off the screen, Charles Bronson was a mysterious figure. He was regarded as one of Hollywood's roughest actors due to his steely manner and memorable parts in classic films like Death Wish and The Magnificent Seven. He was a man who genuinely cared about his family and their future, despite his tough exterior. When he died in 2003, he not only left a fortune, but also a legacy of love, care, and consideration. Let's begin with his amazing career. Bronson was not wealthy or renowned by birth. His early years were actually quite the reverse. Bronson was raised in poverty in Pennsylvania after being born Charles Buchinski in 1921 to Lithuanian immigrants. His family was so impoverished that they were unable to buy clothing, so he wore his sister's outfits to school. He developed his work ethic and perseverance while working in coal mines as a young child to support his family. Bronson didn't get famous right away. In the 1950s, he started out as a bit part actor, playing little parts in movies. He didn't gain popularity until the 1960s, when he appeared in films like Once Upon a Time in the West and The Great Escape. By the 1970s, Bronson had become a true star, renowned for his straightforward demeanor and challenging parts. With millions of dollars per movie, he rose to become one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. However, Bronson's tough guy demeanor on TV was very different from who he was in real life. At his core, Bronson was a family man. Actress Jill Ireland, his wife until her untimely death in 1990, had a lovely and affectionate relationship with him. He then wed Kim Weeks, who remained by his side until his death. In addition, Bronson was a loving father to 7 children, including several adopted children and 2 from his marriage to Ireland. Bronson always prioritized his family over the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, even with his wealth and celebrity. Fans and Bronson's family lamented the loss of a real legend when he died at the age of 81. But no one saw what would come next. His family learned the extent of his preparation and the intensity of his affection as his will was read. Bronson's estimated estate of $45 million is a startling sum for someone who was raised in poverty. His family was astounded by both his wealth and the meticulousness with which he had ensured their welfare. Let's start by discussing how Bronson became so wealthy. Bronson's fortune was certainly a result of his acting profession, but he was also a wise businessman. He bought homes that appreciated significantly over time as a result of his prudent real estate investments. A big house in Vermont was one of his best purchases, and Bronson and his family spent many happy times there away from the spotlight. For the Bronson family, the estate came to represent love and tranquility. Bronson left his wife, Kim Weeks, the Vermont estate in a private note when the will was made public. His letter conveyed his appreciation for her company and thoughtfulness in his later years. This was more than simply a piece of property to Kim. It served as a poignant reminder of their relationship and their common life. To secure his children's financial future, Bronson has established trust funds for them. The private notes he left for each of them, however, were what really moved them to tears. These letters were full of wisdom, love, and treasured memories. They weren't just about money. Bronson wrote on his life's lessons and advised his kids to put their family first, work hard, and have a realistic perspective. One of his children later revealed that reading their father's letter was like having a last talk with him. Even in the middle of sadness, the words offered solace and closure because they were so sincere and intimate. Bronson loved and cared for his family, as seen by his capacity to stay in touch with them even after his death. The fact that Bronson was able to remember the causes he was passionate about is even more amazing. He gave some of his fortune to organizations that help veterans, the arts, and impoverished children. Bronson's philanthropy demonstrated his passion for aiding those in need, and he never forgot his modest roots. His family was also deeply touched by this act of kindness, since they witnessed how their father's legacy will continue to change the globe. But there were difficulties in the tale of Bronson's estate. As is sometimes the case with huge inheritances, the sheer size of the fortune caused disagreements among extended family members. Despite everything, Bronson's close family stayed together, respecting his wishes and valuing the memories he left them. Charles Bronson was much more than the gritty figures he portrayed in films, as can be shown by looking at his life and legacy. He never lost sight of his heritage and was a loving spouse and father. His narrative effectively emphasizes the importance of making plans for the future and leaving behind more than just worldly possessions. It's about leaving behind principles, love, and compassion that will last for many generations. So, what does Charles Bronson's narrative teach us? It first teaches us the importance of perseverance and hard work. Bronson's transformation from a child of a coal miner to a Hollywood star is evidence that tenacity may result in extraordinary achievement. Second, it emphasizes the value of family and the considerate ways we can express our love and concern for them. Bronson not only supported his family financially but also left them a legacy of love and insight. Lastly, his narrative serves as a reminder that caring for others is equally as vital as caring for ourselves. Bronson's philanthropic activities demonstrate that real wealth is about using what you have for good deeds rather than merely owning it. The amazing tale of Charles Bronson's life, wealth, and legacy that moved his family to tears is now complete. Please remember to like and share this video if this tale spoke to you. Please share your thoughts and lessons learned from this story in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and keep in mind that the love and care we show to those around us is the best legacy we can leave. We'll talk soon, and be careful.